So it's been a few weeks since we updated our Slant Six Miata project, Winky, and this is as good a time as any. We got the rear end back from Chuck yesterday. Let me show you what we got going on here. So this is where she broke. This whole arm came off, and the reason that happened was because we had this mounted with a valve spring right here and a piece of angle iron that ran across. And as the spring compressed, the angle iron pushed against this and it broke this point right here. Now, one of the things that I found out afterwards, by doing a little research, is that, and then I looked and it was here, Mazda puts a little notch right here on this side in this arm. And the reason for that is so that if there's an accident, side impact, it's supposed to break right here. This is like a fracture point, and that's what it did. It broke exactly where Mazda want. Now, I have no idea why they would want it to break there, other than perhaps because the gas tank is located like right about this area right here. So it's possible they want this thing to break instead of being forced up into the tank. I don't know, but evidently this is a designed breaking point, and it was the rear end tilting up like this against the spring, and this, you can even see a little witness mark right there where this hit that angle iron that I added. So the fix to that is I'm going to grind this down, and I've already clearanced the piece of angle iron underneath there, and I'm going to put it back together again with the spring. Now, a lot of you guys had said solid mount it, and I was just about to do that, right? In fact, up until yesterday, that was the plan. These are the bushings, the outer bushings, and what I was going to do is make metal plates to sandwich this directly against the subframe. But then doing a little research, because I do plan on upgrading from this rear, doing a little research, I found that in later years, this is 1990, I believe in 1994, 1995, they added a cush drive up here between the drive shaft and the pinion. Why would they add a cush drive? I don't know. But then I thought about it, and I says, okay, I don't have a cush drive because this is an earlier drive shaft, and if I mount this solid, these rears aren't exactly the strongest things on the planet. If I mount this thing solid like that, without a cush drive, that means 100% of whatever comes through the drivetrain is going to impact directly on the ring and pinion. But if I keep these rubber bushings and I keep the spring setup that I had, that kind of will act as a cush drive, so that as forces come through the drive shaft, the rear end is allowed to move a little bit instead of the cush drive taking up slack. So that's why it's going to go back together again pretty much the way I had it. It's an experiment. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't work, then we go to plan C or plan D, whatever we're at this point, and we'll solid mount it. But I want to try it. I'm playing around. I'm learning. This is how I have fun. So anyway, that's that. And I'm going to put this in the car now, but I want to have some fun with you guys. Okay. Here's what I want to do. The car is complete right now. In other words, mechanically, once this is in place and the wheels are back on it, it's a roller. So what I want to do is I'm going to put this car on the scales today. I'm going to put this rear end in the car now, put the wheels back on it, and I'm going to get it on the scales. I'm going to get a preliminary rolling weight. I'll also get an idea of the weight distribution. And these are the questions I need to answer for myself. Now, the car won't be absolutely complete. It won't have the seats in it. It won't have the rug in it, because we're going to put it back together again like with a regular stock interior. It won't have the taillights, the finished panel that's over here. It won't have like that type of stuff, but it'll be a dressed mechanical roller. We're going to get a preliminary weight, and then we're going to have a contest, okay? Whoever guesses the final weight, in other words, so with the seats in it, with gas in it, the way it's going to be on it when it hits the road. Actually, what we'll do is we'll weigh it after we drive it a couple of miles on the road, just to be fair. Whoever gets as closest to the weight without going over wins a pizza, okay? So now, in order to do this, right, remember now, it's got to be closest to the actual finished weight without going over, And you have to be within the delivery zone of a pizza place. Like, we can't send you something that, you know, isn't available, right? So you've got to be kind of like within the range of a Domino's or any pizza delivery place. And if you're not and you win, we'll send the pizza to the charity of your choice. So you guys go away now for a little bit. Let me put this all together, and we'll get it up on the scales, and we'll get an actual weight on this thing. All right, let's see in just a little bit. So to make our initial weigh-in official, we actually brought in a sanctioning body to do so. You guys know Dallas from our Wednesday night live shows.
How's it going?
And he and I are starting a new channel. When will we have this up?
Hopefully, I was shooting for Wednesday, but it's probably going to be more like Friday.
Okay, called the AHRA Drag Racing History Channel. Yeah, that's it. Right? Show.
Yeah.
It'll be something like that. But it's coming, and it's going to be really good. So Dallas set up the scales over here. And so here's what we got. The car as it stands, I could put a milk crate on the floor and take this for a ride exactly the way it says. It's got a gallon or two of gas in it. What's missing right now, what's out of the car, are the seats. So we're using the stock seats. I'm in the middle of reupholstering them, as you can see. Right? It's missing the carpet. We picked up new carpets, and they're going to have to be contoured to get around the doghouse that we built. But other than that, oh, and we're missing the taillights, taillight wiring. But our preliminary weight is going to be really close. It's going to be within, let's say, 100 or so pounds of what, 150 pounds what the finished weight is. Dallas, what do we got? What's the scale weigh?
Well, the scale's calling out 2,038 pounds.
2,038 pounds. This thing's a porker.
Yeah, it's a fat duck on the driver's side rear. For some reason, it has
Really?
a considerable amount of weight. Yeah, on the driver's side rear.
Well, right now the battery is sitting in the center of the trunk. It's supposed to be mounted on the passenger side rear.
Okay, it's got about 100 pounds difference in the rear on one side to the other.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
I even went around, I resettled the whole thing, and I thought maybe it was not centered.
Here, get a look at this so this way people want to know what the actual stagger is.
But as you can see, the driver's side is already heavier, so we're going to have to shift some weight so that when you put yourself in the car, it's more even.
And it's funny too, because the bulk of the motor leans to the passenger side.
But it's all, the weight is on the center line, right? So
yeah, it's balanced pretty well.
I don't know. I don't necessarily know what's causing that. Is
All right,
the tank off to one side?
Well, okay, so there's our preliminary number. Guess at the finished weight. In the event of a tie, the person who throws the number out first, is going to get the pizza, unless we like you. And you leave a really good comment, and then we'll send 2 pizzas. But we'll send 3 pizzas if we have to. No, we got it like that. Okay? So that's it, guys. Get your guesses in. Do us a favor to make life easy. Before you make the comment, throw your number in first so we could just go through the comments real quick and find the number. And we'll have this together, finished and whatnot by, let's say, the end of this week, early next week. So no later than 4th of July, we'll have a number for you.
So don't starve yourself before the pizza comes.
Oh, eat ahead of time, yeah. That's it. All right, guys. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.